2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. In this one, we'll see the New York Knicks against the Boston Celtics here in Boston. Brian Anderson here with you, alongside Grant Hill and Coach Dan Van Gundy, and the fourth member of our crew, Allie LaForce, reporting from the sidelines. Now, New York starting five. OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Jalen Brunson, then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Towns in at the 5. And for the Celtics, the core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court, Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2, and it's Porzingis in at the center, locking down the middle. These teams have talent up and down the depth chart, Coach. How important is that in assembling a contender?
Well, look, it's even more important, Brian, in the regular season than it is in the playoffs. To get through a long NBA season and get yourself in good playoff position, you're going to need a lot of guys. 12, 13 guys at different points of the year are going to have to be ready to make contributions. Now, obviously, the team with the better starting 5 will have the edge, but depth can be a big factor even in the playoffs.
A dangerous shooter from all areas. Brown's eyes get real big when he shoots these corner threes.
Towns finds Brunson. Some solid defense from Holiday. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. Pass to Brown. Outside White. Wide open look. And Anunoby pulls it down.
And that's one he wants back. Just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Outside Brunson. And he can't get that one.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
Count it.
Great rhythm to that shot. Tatum right off the pass.
Brunson against Holiday. Tries again. And a nice layup by Brunson.
Good things come to those who hustle. He creates the second chance opportunity.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla, and he said when you watch film on Karl Anthony Towns, his size is impressive, but when you're actually standing next to him, he looks a whole lot bigger. And he knows how to use that size on the blocks and on the perimeter, which makes him an especially tough cover. Brian?
And Allie, thanks.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And coach, a perennial all-defense performer, Drew Holiday. Fearsome at that end of the floor in particular.
Yeah, Brian, he's as good a defensive guard as there is. Great size and strength at the point guard spot. You combine that with his IQ and his competitive will, he is a problem on a nightly basis.
Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
Here's Towns. Jaylen Brown with a rebound.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done.
Hard against Tatum. They kick it out to Porzingis. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
First personal foul.
At 7'3", Porzingis is a problem. Really makes defenses settle for fouling him and hoping he misses.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Three shots.
And he hits the first of 3.
Standing at 7-3. We have never seen a player quite like Kristaps Porzingis. A fantastic shooter, a solid ball handler. What a talent.
He hits the second from the line. Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
And he nails the third.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Here's Brunson. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And here's Porzingis. Back to Tatum. The Knicks with the rebound. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Free throw good, Hart. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Cornette's checked in for Porzingis. Al Horford comes in for Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Pritchard is subbed in for White. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. Achua comes in for Anunoby. McBride, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And Payne is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Now here's Holiday. McBride covers. And the basket by Holiday.
Yeah, that's some flashy stuff from Holiday. I mean, those moves give confidence that carry over into your shot.
Pass to Hart. Back to Payne. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Holiday taking his time here. Here's Pritchard, defended by Payne. Here's Hauser.
2 minutes.
Now Horford. Pass to Pritchard. Shot clock at 6. Back to Horford. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Offensive board. Cornette. Outside Holiday. Pritchard, the pass to Horford. That one off the back iron and out.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
Here's Payne. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. And it's Holiday with the ball for Boston. Hard with the defensive effort.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
And it's good for 2.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Holiday. Here's Hauser. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
McBride passes to Payne. Back to McBride. Pass to Payne. Fires from deep. Holiday grabs the miss. To win the drought. No good. That'll count. Tie game in Boston. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere.
12. The Knicks. 12.
And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
All right, and now you want to see them sustain this relentlessness for the entire game because it's clearly paying off.
So on the floor for New York, they've got Josh Hart. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Towns in at the 5. The kick out to White, and stolen by Bridges. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Woohoo! Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Pritchard, the pass to Brown. Offline with a 3. The Knicks with the lead. Bridges, left side. And it's Bridges with the jam.
All talent there from Bridges.
Boston shooting just 21% from the floor. And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Grant.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
And that's good decision-making by Brown in the pick and roll. He'll make the right read more often than not.
Here's Brunson. Can't connect. Now 2 of 6 for the game. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. White against Bridges. White can't hit.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Tatum with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Oh, send it home, Derek White.
Strong defense followed by some smart offense. That's just good fundamentals.
Pass to Towns. Bridges outside. Outside Hart. Just 5 on the clock. New York again can't hit. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Tatum with it. Ooh, rocket finish from Tatum.
And watch how Tatum navigates the contact. Just one of the many go-to moves for him in the paint.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Jalen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball in my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. Pass to Pritchard. Anunoby against Brown. The kick out to White. Now Porzingis. And some solid defense from Towns. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Outside Anunoby. Bridges against White. To end the run. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players. Michael, LeBron. Well, let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
First free throw is good, and Boston with some changes. Al Horford comes in for Kristaps Porzingis, and Craig subbed in for Pritchard. Achua's checked in for New York. Bridges hits them both. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Pass to Horford. Craig up top. Achua defending. Craig no good. New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Horford against Anunoby. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor.
When you challenge a player on a layup, that's what you want. Getting a stop without a foul. The defense wins that battle.
Brown, no good.
Great anticipation defensively. I love how he turned an easy look into a difficult play.
And that's what you have to do. Protect the house.
Pass to Tatum.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
A minute 58 left in the first half. 6 to shoot. Ooh, poked away. Stolen by Bridges. Here we go, all alone. On the run out, Brunson finishes at the rim.
And lightning quick there. I mean, Jalen Brunson out on the break. A thing to watch.
And Boston calls time here.
Looking now for some consistency. Just too many missed shots.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play. Get some points and give this team some confidence.
With some changes. Hauser, he's checked in for Tatum, and Drew Holiday is subbed in for Jaylen Brown. Boston trailing. Now here's White. Horford outside. Three-pointer. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Knicks have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. 1:21 left to play in the second quarter. McBride passes to Bridges. Finds the bottom from 13 feet out. Bridges has got 8 here in this quarter.
Oh, so solid from the mid-range. Bridges understands when to rise up from there.
Payne against Holiday. Pass to Craig. 51 seconds left in the first half. 2 open that time. They didn't look easy.
That's a terrific kick-out pass. When the defense collapses like that on the inside, you've got open people outside.
Robinson with it. And here's McBride. There's the drive. Horford pulls it in. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Miles McBride picks one up. Boston shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Line for the Celtics, Derek White at the line for 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That's good from White. Cornette's checked in for Craig. White hits them both.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Trailing by 2. Goes back up. Hauser grabs the board. Outside White. Fires the 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Celtics out in front, up by 2. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have? Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. They gained a little ground there in the second quarter. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
They've been fierce at the defensive end, causing turnovers, coming up with key stops. That's the result of great communication and trust between teammates. Hard to score on them when they're playing like this.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
I like how they're working the ball down low and finding easy looks. They may be tempted to switch things up in the second half, but I say stick with it. Force the other team to adjust to the way you play.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boy, you look at Mikal Bridges. What a contribution.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
The perimeter pairing, White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. That's the Boston 5. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line, Jaylen Brown. At the line with one shot.
Free throw good. Brown. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant, not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Here's Anunoby, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Stan, in this league, the opportunity always exists to make a name for yourself.
It certainly does, Brian. And guys that maybe haven't gotten their opportunity, if they're ready when they get it, then they're going to burst onto the scene, and they'll no longer be under the radar guys. Look at a guy like Jalen Brunson, second round pick.
Take a break.
Bench guy in Dallas for a long time, and then now an all-star.
The first one falls. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Holiday. Second half getting started. About a minute play. Porzingis for 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Bridges has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Brunson finds Bridges. one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
You got to enjoy watching Bridges take over. Games like this prove how lethal he can be.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Holiday. Soft touch off the glass. Holiday's got 6.
Yeah, in the paint, Holiday's agility makes him tough to contain. He just needs a little space to go to work.
Towns against Porzingis. Towns passes to Brunson. Tatum pulls it in. The Celtics with the lead. It's Brown on the wing. Right at the free throw line. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 5 rebounds tonight. Over to the wing. Back to Brunson. Sneak it inside. It's Brunson.
Such a strong floater game. Just another part of Brunson's expanding arsenal.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. White can't hit. The Knicks have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Outside Anunoby. Drives to the hoop. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Now Brown. He's got 9. Fades back. And Anunoby pulls it down. New York leading by 3. Here's Brunson. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Brunson's got 4 points this quarter.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly. Just dropping his shot in.
And Boston calls time here.
Coach definitely wants to talk about their interior defense, which has not been impressive.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games and thin off of more resistance than that.
Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Fournette's checked in for Porzingis. Al Horford comes in for Jason Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for Brown. And Pritchard is subbed in for White. A big group substitution here for New York. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. Achua comes in for Hart. McBride, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And Payne is subbed in for Brunson. And there's the foul. It'll go on Precious Achua. That's his first foul. Here's Pritchard, defended by Payne. Here's Hauser. Sinks the tray. Hauser's got 6.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Pass to Payne. Outside McBride. 3-pointer. Boston pulls it in. Here's Pritchard. He's scoreless. Over Payne. And that one hits the back iron. The Knicks have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Holiday grabs the miss. And it's Holiday with the ball for the Boston Celtics. 2-point game. Hauser can't tie it up. That one misses. Hauser's gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. And Stanley went undrafted back in 2021. But Wisconsin native Sam Hauser has worked his way into a rotation role.
Well, Brian, everyone's looking for shooters, and he is a knockdown shooter. And at 6'7", boasts good size and plays both ends of the court.
The offensive rebound. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. And the Knicks lead by 4.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Horford outside. 5 on the clock. The 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. Knicks leading by 4. Outside McBride. Pass to Payne. Up top Robinson. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. McBride can't get it to go. Holiday from long range. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Make no mistake, that's a big-time 3. They've narrowed this lead. We'll see if they can keep the momentum here.
And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. New York out in front, leading by 1. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. So on the floor for the Knicks, Achua is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's Hart in at the 3 spot.
Yeah, nice take from Bridges. Love whenever he takes initiative on offense.
Craig against Achua. Outside Porzingis. Right side Brown. Ooh, Brown inside. Hey, he's more than just a shooter.
Look, Brown's a great athlete. I love to see him work inside.
Here's Hart. Pass to Achua. Bridges right side. It's Hart on the wing. Now Towns. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
And the Knicks making a change here. Anunoby's checked in. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Brown with it. Outside Tatum. And here's Brown. And almost gets it to go. So he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Josh Hart.
Jaylen Brown proving to be a tough customer.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
Yeah, all throughout the game, the opposition hasn't been able to keep them off the glass, and they're paying for it, giving up second chance points.
First one falls for him.
A talented scorer and versatile defender. The athletic Brown is a vital piece for this team.
No good on the second free throw.
And they need to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
Hart can't hit.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
Yeah, the way Tatum shares the ball really completes his package.
And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Brunson against White. Brunson on the drive. Brunson steams his way inside.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
And here's Brown for three. The Knicks pull it in. Hart's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Brunson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 4-point New York lead.
And man, you gotta appreciate how efficient Brunson is. I mean, he takes and makes high percentage shots.
Tatum can't hit. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. Tatum with a steal. White against Brunson. White can't hit.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up.
He'll challenge any defender. Brunson going right after it inside.
Jalen Brunson taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Holiday's checked in for Boston. Both good from the line that time. Celtics trail by 6. Inside. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 7 rebounds in the game. And the shot goes in. And the Knicks lead by 8.
As they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Boston calls timeout. And as we head down the stretch, these players are focused on absorbing their coach's game plan and also drinking some Gatorade so their bodies will be well hydrated for the minutes ahead. All right, we present our New Balance player of the game, Mikal Bridges.
And he really made his presence felt on the inside. Just so active and looking all game long for openings. And he found them by scoring a lot of baskets by slashing to the hoop.
Well, he's getting in a groove at the perfect time, just as they're getting ready to do battle in the postseason. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with his team. He told his players, "We are right there, guys. This game is ours. Continue to work hard, and we will win this game."
As always, Allie, we thank you. Holiday from long range. Boston, no good that time either. New York leading by 8. Outside Hart. Pass to Towns. To the paint. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Celtics have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. Outside Tatum. Over Brunson. It's Tatum working inside.
What a move by Tatum. When he's pulling these off, he's impossible to defend.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Bridges.
2 minutes.
It's good. Off the glass.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Tatum passes to Porzingis. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
1:46 left to play in the fourth quarter. Bridges down low. Brown's there. And the basket by Bridges. Bridges has got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, nimble play by Bridges inside, navigating the contact and getting to his finish.
Tatum finds Porzingis. And another shot. Okay, do it, KP.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Brunson against Holiday. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And you have to avoid getting too physical with Brunson because he'll get these calls.
The line for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he's unable to get the second one. And Brown has got the ball here for the Celtics. Tatum passes to Porzingis. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Towns. 59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Anunoby. Shoots over White. Kept alive. Here's Hart. And they converted last on attempt number 3.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
Tatum looking it over. Pass to White. Count that bucket.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Hart. Porzingis grabs the board. And short of a miracle, they're walking out of here with a tough loss.
They fought all night. A terrific effort, but they just couldn't make enough big plays. They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
2 shots.
Shoot 2.
He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5. And so both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
When you've got your opponent down, don't let him up. This one's all but over.
And Boston calls time here. They're trailing by 6. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Your thoughts, guys?
They need to answer fast.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
Off the inbound. And it's New York with a rebound. And that's an intentional foul.
Derek White, first personal foul, 4th team foul. At the line for the Knicks. Josh.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. So New York wins it. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
All right, I'm with Karl Anthony Towns. Karl, congratulations on the victory. What was key in getting the win here tonight?
We played like we wanted it more. You know, we came out here and we just did a lot of great defensive stops. It wasn't offensive. It was more defensive. We did a great job. We got those 50-50 balls, put us in a nice position.
We can see and feel that desperation. Congrats on the win.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.